is going on? We are back in black in the building. Man, shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation doing what they need to do to survive. Man, we've made it back another day. Shout out to everybody. Man. Roll call. Shout out to Arizona, the homegirls, Miss Latanya. Shout out to everybody in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's too many people to name. That's why I be blanking every time I do this. Shout out to all my siblings at work right now. Probably like, one, while your ass is doing the damn podcast, you better make sure you got a job looking ass. So shout out to all my family in Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out to the homegirl Jerica as well, too. Las Vegas, Nevada. Man, Vegas, man. Shit. That's another subject. Shout out to the homegirl Shawnee, Philly in the building. The homegirl Erica, Florida in the building, a.k.a. Florida. Shout out to my brothers, Dave from No Compromise, Georgia in the building. And shout out to my brother, James Youngblood. Texas is definitely in the building. So shout out to that brother. Last but not least, shout out to the homegirl, Melina from North Carolina, a.k.a. North Kakalaka. Man, we got a great, quick topic. This time, I'm going to try to stay within that time zone, that time frame or whatever. Give it this little 15 minutes. But I'm glad, man. Thank you for everybody tuning in, listening. I know people are like, man, why don't you do this to promote your podcast? Why don't you do this? My vision has always been for it to organically grow. I just want it to organically grow. I want this to be an underground conversation that one day you like, man, you need to listen to this nigga Warren, man. This motherfucker be having some funny shit, but he be saying some real shit. That's what I want. I don't want people to just subscribe to this channel because it's the in thing or it's the fashionable thing or no. I want to remain underground. Most people don't even know I do podcasts, by the way. Shout out to the homegirl, Nuke. She is the originator. She will always be a chairman and a board member of the No I Don't Know podcast because she started it with me. And shout out to the homegirl, Roxanne, a.k.a. Sister Cobweb. But yeah, man, I don't even really be telling people that I do a podcast, man, to keep it a buck. I really don't. But we're going to get into the topic. We're going to talk about, what's it? The Great White Hope. Let's get it. Hey. Let me cut that down. Shit, y'all know y'all hear the AC on shit. But anyway, man, damn, my bad. But anyway, I don't even know what I did that. Anyway, your girl Caitlin Clark, or whatever. There's been some issues with Pat McAfee, says Caitlin Clark accepted his apology for a white bitch. Because didn't he call her a white bitch or something? See, here's my thing. I'm not even going to get into all that. Let's just talk about all this hype behind her. When you got the beautiful, the ever-talented Angel Reese. I mean, that girl fine as a motherfucker. But we sit up here talking about this girl that looked like, she looked like Detective Benson on Law and Order, Special Victims Unit. I don't know where to cheer on for a basket or put my hands behind my back for Special Victim Unit. That's what she looked like. But anyway, don't get me started. But it just trips me out how we are always sitting back and just watching the dominant society do what they do. Warren, what are you talking about? The WNBA hasn't gotten this much pub since Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson, Teresa Witherspoon, Kim Bryant, all those, but those were all, and Rebecca Lobo. Rebecca Lobo got her props, but Rebecca Lobo, they didn't do with her what they doing with Caitlin Clark. They didn't do that. And what I've noticed about this is a couple of hard fouls, and it's like, oh my God, they're being too aggressive towards her. And it's like, wait, hold on. This is the game of basketball. Y'all need to stop. And what I have learned about this is, it's like, the more you guys try to push your agenda, it always ends up always coming back to foundational Black Americans, no matter what you do. So you might as well just concede and say, you know what, we got to do things different. What are we going to do different now? When is it going to be a time where we like, all right, look, now we're not calling this girl no white bitch or nothing like that. We're not calling her out her name, but let's just go off of pure stats and facts. Whether she's a good basketball player or not, she's still a rookie. And if they're giving her that hype, let's let her give that hype. But you take that same energy and y'all give it to all the other WNBA players. First of all, nobody even watches the WNBA like they used to in the 90s. Nobody's watching it like that. And you know why they're not doing that? Because there's no money being put into the WNBA. And y'all want my honest opinion? They're just not putting money into it. That's all it is. But let me tell you something. When you think of this person, you should think of the Great White Hype. Y'all don't think of that? Come on. It's happened with Floyd Mayweather. Every other racial group wanted to take their crack at the crown and be, victorious. Come on. I don't see it happen all the time. These are just things that we have to understand and learn. It happens. Look, Angel Reese and them are at a corporate plantation, whether y'all want to admit it or not. I think it's about Angel Reese. But in my personal perspective, I think they don't make it about Angel Reese because in my personal perspective, they don't want to see an attractive, gorgeous, why don't you have 2 or 4 of my damn babies, Angel Reese? They don't want to see her everywhere, applies everywhere. It's almost like, well, why wouldn't you want to market her? You know what I mean? We have to look at the simplistic form of things. Why is it this person is getting more props than an Angel Reese? And I'm pretty sure Angel Reese has taken a lot of hits. I saw one clip where she basically got clotheslined. And I was like, well, I didn't see nobody making no dick big. Oh, well, she's black, so she can take it. Is that what that is? And she's white and those little frail bones of hers can't take it. So is it the, what you call it? Is it the, what's the, I forgot. Is it the Paul Mooney? Is it that? Your little frail nigga bones type shit? Like, I just don't understand where everybody's coming from with this. It is the WNBA, just like the NBA. I've seen them do it time and time again. I remember in the NBA, they was talking about Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward ain't shit. He done stuck up the goddamn gym ever since he entered the NBA. So I don't understand this. That's why I need help with somebody. Help me realize what's going on. Because yet I see another symbolism of hope for the dominant society with it not being advantageous for foundational Black American women. That's what I see. That's what it looks like to me. And I feel like we're paying way too much attention to people that really don't deserve it and have not earned it. That's what it is. That's what it's about. I remember that time when that girl, was this the same girl that was trying to shoot them threes, or was it another girl trying to shoot threes with Steph Curry? I was like, why are they doing this? That's an insult. Steph Curry's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. So that's why he did it. I wish a woman would say, yeah, I want to battle Michael Jordan. I'm talking about Michael Jordan today. Michael Jordan be like, man, you got me fucked up. I will embarrass you out here in front of all these people. That's the difference. And some of the things they do is just insulting. Yeah, we're going to have the two greatest shooters. Wait, hold on. No. Steph Curry's the greatest shooter ever. Not her. But this is the type of shit that they do to us. Because you know why? Because in their minds, they're like, I can't believe fucking Michael Jordan. Like this guy, Michael Jordan. Like, what the fuck? I can't believe it. Y'all want to know what they're really saying? In the 90s? Like, this guy can't be beat. Like, what the fuck? If he was on steroids, it would have been came out. Because as much as people love Michael Jordan, it's a billion people that hate him. They even hate LeBron too. I am not pleased with how he conducts himself sometimes, but trust me, they waiting on LeBron to fail. They want him to fail because they don't want nobody superseding the limits. Y'all have to understand this. This is how it works. And you have to understand how it takes place. And I think a lot of the times we feel like, oh, it's not a big deal. No, it is a very big deal. Because if Angel Reese was a part of the dominant society, Angel Reese would be deemed the Michael Jordan of the WNBA type shit. And we have to look at that. And why are we not being like, wait, hold on, y'all doing too much? That's why when I was talking about the Donald Trump and all that, I just want y'all to go see it for yourself. Like, why the fuck are they making it a big deal? Think about it. The WNBA takes place all day, all night. Once the NBA is over with, the WNBA takes flight along with the big three. Shout out to Q. Why now all of a sudden are we making such a big deal about this one particular player when you had players like Angel Reese, who had to deal with her own adversity and anti-black racism? So why is it that we, in my personal opinion, why is it that this is going on? Because, as David from No Compromise would say, hey, Warren G, the dominant society is the masters of confusion, Warren G. You got to understand what's going on. That's why I was like, why are they making this particular athlete, like, why are they doing that? I'm going to go back to when they had the All-Star game and Steph Curry was shooting against her. I'm like, what the grown men that shoot three-pointers every day can't compete with Steph. So what makes this particular person think that she can compete with him? You didn't see any sisters out there trying to compete with Steph, but all of a sudden she thinks she can compete? Like, why would they even do that? It's almost the Supergirl mentality or the Wonder Woman mentality, right? It's almost one of those. Like, if you watch Wonder Woman, it's just a whole bunch of demigods with no men around. Like, how was y'all replicating these babies and y'all ain't got no men around? You know, we have to look at that and we have to understand why that's being done. It's done by design. It's called controlling the narrative. That's why I always say, okay, well, why are they talking about it? Like, that's why I just now started to do this podcast on this particular subject, because I'm like, why do they keep talking about this girl? What is so special about this particular girl in this particular sport that we keep talking about it over and over and over again and over again? And everything that somebody says is like, oh, well, you shouldn't say that and they shouldn't be bullying her. And it's like, I don't think they're bullying her. I think this is regular WNBA play. Ain't nobody watching no WNBA basketball game. In my personal opinion, I think she's going to be another JJ Redick. She's going to be one of him. Run around, pick, shoot threes, and that's pretty much what you're going to do if you last as long as you last. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm looking at all this shit in its entirety, and I'm like, why is this going on? Why do they keep talking about it? Why is this such a big subject? Because in my personal opinion, I think they want it to be a personal subject, for one, because I think they want it to be a distraction. And for two, I think they want to push that narrative of other racial group athletes. Because in my personal opinion, I'm going to say it again, they don't want black folk, foundational black Americans dominating basketball. They don't even want it in the if they don't want it in the WNBA, imagine the NBA. How do y'all think they looking at Steph Curry as the greatest shooter ever? How do y'all think they thinking? First of all, you'll hear me talk about Larry Bird a lot. You're like, why you talk about Larry Bird? And I'm gonna bring this up, and I want y'all to research it. Dave for No Compromise, James Youngblood, Erica Shiny, research it. Y'all notice when we talk about you don't never hear them talking about Larry Bird, and he could be considered the great white hype, but you don't never hear them talk. You know why they don't talk about Larry Bird? Because Larry Bird went on camera in front of everyone and said the black players are better than the white players. Now, can we continue to play basketball? And ever since he said that shit, they don't never really give Larry Bird no props. Why do y'all think that is? It has also been said that Larry Bird would say in basketball games, if you put a white guy on me, you are disrespecting me. Don't ever put a white guy on me. I should always have a black player guarding me, or it's not even a game. Why? That's why, if you notice, they don't have Larry Bird plastered everywhere. And Larry Bird's the greatest ever. Y'all notice they'll never talk about Larry Bird? They talked more about Bill Walton when he was alive than they talk more about Larry Bird now. They don't talk about Larry Bird. Because they don't want to talk about anybody that's going to be like, y'all kind of got it wrong. The black players are better. Sorry. Just like this girl, Caitlin Clark. I wonder how long they're going to keep pushing that agenda until everybody starts being like, yeah, you're not really that good. And if y'all don't think those WNBA players are not looking at that, especially the Foundation of Black American Women, they like, wait, hold on. We've been putting it down all the time. And here, this little girl come along. And not only that, you're not speaking up on no anti-black racism that these black women have to deal with. You don't care. Or that Angel Reese had to deal with. I don't hear nobody speaking up on Angel Reese's behalf at all. And even when they do speak up on Foundation of Black Americans, they always want to include every other racial group with it. Yeah, we know racism takes place everywhere, but anti-black racism is specific to Foundation of Black Americans. And that's what low-key we deal with. People don't even know WNBA, they make money off sponsors. They don't make a lot of money on their contracts because there's not a lot of capital to pass around in their league because of lack of sponsors, lack of, I would say, support from other genres and other stuff. It's the truth. Why y'all think they didn't like Serena and Venus Williams? Oh, they loved, let me tell y'all this. Oh, they loved Venus and Serena when they were getting their asses kicked by Arantxa Sanchez Vicario and Steffi Graf and Martina Hingis and Jennifer Capriati, the dope fiend. See, they loved it when they was getting their asses kicked, but when Serena and Venus started kicking everybody's ass, they ain't like them no more. They started testing them for steroids every 5 fucking minutes. Everything Serena said and did was on display. That's what they do to Foundation of Black American Women. They don't promote you, they denigrate you. That's what they do. While Jennifer Capriati is a fucking dope fiend and a dope dealer and playing in the fucking French Open, and she's just selling crack the whole goddamn time. Look it up. Jennifer Capriati. Look it up. And she is not the only one. Like Anna Kournikova, she was getting more sponsorships than Serena Williams, and that bitch wasn't winning shit. So what do y'all think? Why do y'all think this is? You're like, why are you talking about? Because we have to understand, Foundational Black American Women, they're not a byproduct. They're not none of that. They are us. And what we need to understand too is when we are dealing with Foundational Black American, whether they're emotional or not, we have to understand they have conditioned us to be this way. That's why they want our women so emotional to the point where they can't even make critical thinking decisions. They don't have discernment because, as David from No Compromise says, they're the masters of confusion. The dominant society is the masters of confusion. So why do you think it's all this vitriol when Foundational Black American Women get on code and be like, nah, y'all not doing that. Y'all talking hella shit about black men. No, they don't like that shit. And don't forget it. Just go look up Caitlyn, whatever her name is, Caitlin Clark, Caitlyn Jenner, I was about to call it, whatever the fuck that lady's name is. I can tell you this though. Looks like the Great White Hope to me. That's what it looked like to me. It looks like a desperate attempt to bypass people like Angel Reese, who's a household name and everybody talks about, and now we're going to talk about this girl? Man, stop. It's like stock. In the initial IPO, initial price offering, I think they're valuing this stock in Caitlin Clark way too high. And before you know it, they're valuing the company at $2 billion when really the company's probably worth about $100 million. You'll see. Just look and go do the research for yourself. Why you think I bring it up? You notice they will not push athletes that are part of the dominant society, any other racial group, if they give Foundational Black Americans their props. I'm telling you, Larry Bird is on record saying the black players are better than the white players. Period. Why are we still talking about this? In Boston, in a press conference. So what they did was, they was like, okay, well, we're going to give him props, but we ain't going to really push Bird we'll push Bird, but not like that. That's why you barely see him in commercials, and you barely even see Bird. You don't even see him do interviews, really. Remember that. Because, like I said, Angel Reese got choked the fuck out and slammed to the ground, and nobody said a damn thing. And Angel Reese say, oh my God, they picking on me. But this girl done got in the league and they done barely shoved the bitch. Now she up here like, oh my God, they picking on me. And stop. As we done watch Caitlin Clark shove the fuck out of somebody. She didn't get no technical. That's what I'm saying, man. You have to look at what's going on and why. I'm gonna keep asking y'all the question. Why are they promoting this girl? I'm gonna keep asking y'all, why? Go do your research, because you gonna see. And watch all the shit that's going on, because in my personal opinion, these are little wins for them. If they could take anything, look, I'm gonna leave y'all with this and I'm done. They got everybody thinking that Lewis Lattimore didn't invent no light and didn't do shit. They got the dominant society out here thinking that foundational black Americans didn't invent shit. We sat on our hands and knees and sang slave hymnals all fucking day long and picked cotton, and we were just these dumb Negroes that didn't have an invention bone in their body. They already took that away. You ask the average foundational black American who invented the light, who is responsible for the light bulb. They don't even know who Lewis Lattimore is. The modern air condition, the doorknob, the iron, stoplight, the first security system. These are all foundational black American inventions. Now do y'all see why I'm talking about this? Because if they will promote this, they're going to start eviscerating anything we have our hands on. They already got y'all thinking that Eminem is the greatest rapper ever. Guilty, nigga. I'm done. Do your research. Peace.